Hey there, how's it going? Julio here with Roadside Genius and Mr. Quick Pick, making a quick video today discussing how I started my mobile tire service and how you guys can do the same. So I know a lot of you think, or a lot of you call me or ask me questions about the tire truck, how much the equipment costs before you can start doing services. And I'll be honest with you guys, I was doing mobile tire services long before I purchased my truck. So I'll get into that here in a little bit, but what my setup is right now, I'm gonna actually go out there and show you guys what I got it set up like now. But what I used to do was very one-off, kind of unprofessional, but that's what you gotta do to get into business, and I recommend that you guys do the same. So I'm gonna step out, go into the truck, show you guys how I got that set up, and then I'll discuss how I used to do it, and then we'll go from there. All right, guys, so I mentioned to you guys that I got the truck, and I'm just going to show you guys what the truck looks like, and then I'll show you or talk about what I used to do before I bought the truck. So now I just hold a bunch of tires in the truck, hold tires also in a closet in my house, and in the garage I also have stored, so I know which tires are where, and whenever I get a phone call, I just upcharge the tire, charge per the service, and then I'll go jump in my truck and head out there. So this is what I use now. It's a big old North Star compressor. It's a lot of compressor for what we're doing. In hindsight, we could have definitely bought something smaller, but this thing rocks. Just bought storage, like a little storage case, just to have everything organized. So if I need to get something, I know where to look for it. Speed blasters, we got the jacks, small equipment there, 20-ton jacks, and then we hold tires till we get like maybe 5-10 of them, and then we go and dispose of them. So this is the balancer. I know there's not a great amount of light in here. Let's see if I can. So this here is the balancer. It is an Atlas balancer, nothing fancy, but she gets the job done. Put the tires on there, they rotate. Over here we've got the tire changer in the back of the truck. We strap it down because she makes a lot of noises sometimes. So yeah, honestly, we're kind of still in developing stages. We're still learning like how to make all this work functional, and it's been doing really well so far. I think definitely growing this business a lot faster than my first one. So this is what I do now, guys. And during the summertime, it gets scorching hot in here, so that's why we have that fan. Right now, it's kind of obsolete because it's cold. But this is the setup. You know, those are the tire changer, the balancer, and you have your generator there, an inverter generator, and you've got your tire machine. All right, so that is essentially the services, or not the services, but that is what the truck looks like. Wondering what it looks like from the outside. It's got some reflective lights on it. It's nothing pretty. Hopefully we'll be able to buy a brand new truck on our next purchase. This is a used one. You can actually tell that it's got like the old lettering on there. You can see the old lettering, but yeah, that's how we do it. That's how you would do this. So you're wondering, okay, Julio, enough of the truck. What did you used to do? So for those of you guys who are looking to get in mobile tire services, or those of you guys who are getting calls with customers that say, hey, do you guys do roadside assistance? I need a new tire, and you don't have an answer for them, this is what you do. So if you get a service request from a customer, you got to make it seem like you do it all the time, right? So you got to make it a normal process, so to them it doesn't look like you're doing something shady with them. So whenever you get a phone call and customer needs a new tire, just say, okay, yeah, we can get you a new tire. Right now, my truck is down. I'm gonna have to send a unit to pick up your tire from your vehicle. We're gonna bring it out to the shop and you're gonna bring it right back. The whole process takes about an hour to an hour and a half, and your total is gonna be X number of dollars, right? Then you get a customer to agree. They say, okay, yeah, I can do that. What's the total gonna be? And then that's where you have to go in and do some prior research to doing this and get some contracts set up with a local tire distributor in your area. And what you'll be able to do is go to that tire distributor or a tire shop like Bell Tire or a used tire shop and have them install the tire for you. So let's say you go to the customer's vehicle, you pick up the tire from the vehicle, take it over to a tire shop, have the tire swap, change it out, swap it out, and you bring it back to that customer. I used to charge $125 plus the cost of the tire, and sometimes I would charge more just depending on distance. So that's how I started. You know, I used to do one of those a day, and then I started doing 2 a day, and then I was like, man, actually I just had a guy drop off some donuts that I used to have work for me, but now I've got like a bunch of donuts again. But I used to be that guy. I used to carry around like 8 sets of donuts, whatever could fit in my car. And anytime a customer called that didn't have a spare, I would see, hey, how many lug nuts are on your car? And I'd be like, I got a few donuts here, I can go try one. I would go to the junkyard, buy like 10 or 15 donut tires for, I don't know, $100 because they sell them cheap. And then you take those donut tires, store them, and when the time comes that somebody calls you that doesn't have a spare, you offer them to sell them a donut. Or you tell them, we can get you a brand new tire, just gonna take a little bit longer because my truck is down or my truck is out of the city, or whatever the case is. As long as your customer feels like it's something that you normally do, they're most likely gonna close it. So for those of you guys who want to do that, try it out. So yeah, that's exactly what I used to do. I used to not only have contracts or have people who would go and change my tires for me, and I would call them and say, hey, I'm bringing a tire for install. I need to be in and out quick. Can you hook me up? He'd be like, yeah, man, just show up at the door. And then, you know, he'd hook me up with a fast install. So that's what I recommend you guys do. You can go to Ben Tire Distributors or any major tire brand stores in your area that does tire installations. Just tell them, hey, I want to make a commercial account, and I'd like to start referring you guys some work. I'm going to bring you guys some work. Just let them know what you're going to do, and then they'll make you a priority when you get to the store. Won't happen all the time, but if you find a nice store and you know some people that are in there, you could make some nice contracts or make some good deals. All right, guys, so just a quick recap. So you don't need a big old truck to do mobile tire installation services. All you really need to do is find a good selling point and make sure that when you're selling it like that, a customer understands what's going to happen. It's about keeping the customer informed throughout the whole process and letting them know that it's something that you normally do. I'm not gonna lie, there's situations where I haven't ripped people off, but I put my price because I don't want to get up. It's 3 in the morning. I don't want to go do it. The guy's located 45 minutes from my location and 25 minutes from the shop. I gotta go. So that was a $400 job I quoted at one point. And the tire was like an $80 tire, but it was 2.5 hours of drive time for me. So going to get the tire from the customer, and then taking the tire off, leaving the car on a stand or something, going to the tire shop, getting to the tire shop, waiting at the tire shop for the tire to be done, putting it in the truck, putting it in the car, and then going right back out. And it may seem like a lot, but when you cut it down, when you break your time down by how much you got paid per hour, and at the end of the day you ran a $400 ticket and it took you 3 hours to do or 2.5 hours to do, it adds up. So that's what I started doing at first, and then I was like, man, there's some real potential here. And I started noticing that I lose a lot of customers because I wasn't offering them a good ETA on the service. And every now and then I would offer them a really high quote because of the tire that I would get would be from a tire store that would upcharge it and then sell it to me. So once I got the truck, I made contracts with the tire people. So now I got cheap tires, I got fast service. And I mean, right now, all I've gotten is 5-star reviews for the mobile tire business, and that's the way you do it. It's by being fast and efficient and effective and affordable. Hopefully that inspires you guys to maybe want to start your own mobile tire truck. And if you don't want to spend money on a truck, you already know you can do it without having a truck. If you want leads so you can try this, give me a call or comment below, and I'll shoot you an email. We'll communicate, exchange information, and then we'll get you some calls out there. So again, Julio here with Roadside Genius. You can do it pretty much anywhere. So give me a call if you're interested, and hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you and have a good night.